Hey everyone, Nut Free Mama here. Today I'm going to show you how to make keto chocolate chess pie. Okay, let's start off with our ingredients. First, for the crust, you are going to need 2 eggs, 1 tablespoon of some kind of oil. I'm using vegetable oil, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/4 cup of confectioner sugar. So I just took my Lanko sugar and just beat it with my nutribullet until it became powdered sugar. And then you need 3/4 cup of some kind of flour. So I'm using Carbquik. If you can use coconut flour, that's what it calls for, but I can't because my kid is, And then you have 1/2 cup of, and you want that to be cold, so that's 1 stick. Then for the pie filling, you need 3 large eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1/2 cup of butter melted and then cooled, 1/3 cup of heavy cream, 1/2 cup of confectioner sugar. Again, I did the same thing. A pinch of salt, and then 1 cup of chocolate chips. I'm using the Bake Believe milk chocolate. You can use whatever kind you like to use. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to take my butter for the filling, and I'm going to go ahead and melt that in the microwave so it can cool. Okay, my butter for the filling is melted, and I'm letting that cool now. And we are going to move on to make the pie crust. So let's preheat our oven to 350, and then we are going to whisk together the eggs, oil, and vanilla extract with an electric mixer until they are combined. Now we are going to add our sugar, our confectioner sugar, and our flour, and just mix that until it is also combined. Alright, my dough is nice and combined. So next I moved it into my nutribullet, or if you have a food processor, and we are going to cube the butter and put it in there in the cubes, and then just pulse it until it's more like crumbles. Okay, all of my butter is in here cubed, so I am going to put the lid on and pulse it until it crumbles. Okay, here is what mine looks like, and it's not really crumbly, so I don't know. But I went ahead and sprayed my pie plate, and now I am going to just spread out my dough as evenly as possible. Alright, my pie crust is ready to go into the oven. I just kind of sprayed my hands with cooking spray and just spread it out the best I could. It's not really like regular pie crust. It doesn't really go up the sides well, but I did my best. So next we are going to go ahead and stick this in the oven for 10 minutes at 350. Okay, while the crust is still baking, I'm going to go ahead and make my filling. Make sure that you do melt your chocolate chips in the microwave and let them sit. You don't want them to be super hot either. So I'm just going to combine everything with an electric mixer. Alright, my filling is nice and blended, and there still are some chocolate chunks, but don't worry about that because we are going to bake this. My crust just came out of the oven from its 10 minutes of baking, and it is kind of poofed up, so I did poke some holes in it with a fork for when it goes back in. And now we are going to go ahead and pour our pie filling on top of our crust. Alright, my pie is ready to go into the oven, and I don't have any pie crust edges, so you don't have to cover those. If you did have some, you could cover them with aluminum foil so they don't burn. So we are going to go ahead and stick this into the oven for 35 to 40 minutes, and I'm going to put mine onto a baking sheet just in case any spills out. Alright, my pie is out of the oven, and it has actually been cooling for probably an hour and a half, 2 hours already. And you really want to serve this pie at room temperature, but I'm going to put mine in the refrigerator because it's actually for my dad's birthday tomorrow. So the suggestion is that you just bring it up to room temperature, and of course, hello, whipped cream on top. So, taste tester won't be tasting this because, like I said, it's for my dad, so hopefully it's good. I'll let you know.